We all experience stress. It's a normal part of life. But what exactly is psychological stress? In simple terms, it's our body's response to any demand placed upon it. This demand can be real or perceived, positive or negative. Psychological stress differs from physical stress, which involves direct physical threats or challenges. Think of a physical injury or strenuous exercise. Psychological stress, on the other hand, stems from how we interpret and react to situations. Imagine a looming work deadline. This situation creates psychological stress, triggering a cascade of thoughts, emotions, and physiological changes. Your heart might race, you might feel overwhelmed, and your sleep might be affected. Understanding the difference between psychological and physical stress is the first step towards effectively managing stress in our lives. It's not just about external events, but about how we perceive and react to them. To understand psychological stress, we need to look at our body's built-in alarm system. This system has evolved over millions of years to help us survive in a world full of dangers and uncertainties. It is a complex network of responses that kick in when we sense a threat, whether real or perceived. This system is designed to protect us from danger. It prepares our body to respond quickly and effectively to any potential threat, ensuring our survival in critical moments. When we perceive a threat, our brain triggers the release of hormones like adrenaline and cortisol. These hormones flood our system, causing a cascade of physiological changes that prime us for action. These hormones prepare us to either fight the threat, flee from it, or freeze in place. Each of these responses has its own set of advantages, depending on the situation we find ourselves in. This is known as the fight, flight, or freeze response. It's an automatic reaction that happens without conscious thought, allowing us to respond to danger almost instantaneously. This response is essential for survival in dangerous situations. It can mean the difference between life and death when faced with immediate threats. Imagine encountering a dangerous animal in the wild. Your body would immediately go into high alert, ready to take whatever action is necessary to ensure your safety. Your heart would race, your breathing would quicken, and your muscles would tense, preparing you to react swiftly. These changes happen in a matter of seconds, giving you the best chance to survive. This is your body's way of keeping you safe. Once the threat has passed, your body gradually returns to its normal state, allowing you to recover and regain your composure. However, in modern life, we often experience this same stress response in situations that aren't life-threatening. Our bodies react to everyday challenges as if they were immediate dangers. A work presentation, a traffic jam, or a disagreement with a loved one can all trigger this ancient alarm system. While these situations are stressful, they don't require the same level of physical response as a life-threatening event. Yet, our bodies still react with the same intensity, leading to chronic stress and its associated health problems. While the stress response is essential for survival, chronic or prolonged stress can have detrimental effects on both our physical and mental health. When we experience stress over extended periods, our bodies remain in a heightened state of alert. This constant state of arousal takes a toll. Physically, chronic stress can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, digestive problems, sleep disturbances, and weakened immunity. It can also contribute to chronic pain and inflammation. Mentally, chronic stress can manifest as anxiety, depression, irritability, difficulty concentrating, and memory problems. It can also lead to burnout, emotional exhaustion, and a sense of being overwhelmed. The impact of chronic stress is far-reaching, affecting our overall well-being and quality of life. Recognizing the signs and symptoms of chronic stress is crucial for taking proactive steps to manage it effectively. Section 4. Unpacking. Stress, acute, episodic acute, and chronic. Not all stress is created equal. Each type of stress has its own unique characteristics and effects on our mental and physical health. Understanding the different types of stress can help us better manage its impact on our lives. By recognizing the specific type of stress we're dealing with, we can tailor our coping strategies more effectively. We can broadly categorize stress into three main types: acute stress, episodic acute stress, and chronic stress. Each of these types affects us in different ways and requires different approaches to manage. Acute stress is short-term stress that arises from a specific event or situation. It is the body's immediate reaction to a perceived threat or challenge. Think of the stress you feel before giving a presentation or during a job interview. These situations trigger a fight or flight response, preparing your body to face the challenge. While it can be intense, acute stress is usually temporary and manageable. Once the event is over, the stress typically subsides and you can return to a state of calm. Episodic acute stress, as the name suggests, involves frequent episodes of acute stress. This type of stress is common among individuals who take on too many responsibilities or have a chaotic lifestyle. Individuals experiencing this type of stress often feel like they are constantly putting out fires and dealing with one crisis after another. This can lead to a sense of perpetual urgency and anxiety. Chronic stress, on the other hand, is long-term stress that persists over an extended period. Unlike acute stress, which is temporary, chronic stress can last for weeks, months, or even years. It can stem from ongoing challenges like work pressure, financial strain, or relationship difficulties. These stresses are often persistent and can feel overwhelming. Chronic stress is particularly detrimental to our health and well-being. It can lead to a range of health problems, including heart disease, depression, and a weakened immune system. Recognizing the type of stress you're experiencing is the first step towards developing effective coping mechanisms and reducing its negative impact. Techniques such as mindfulness, exercise, and seeking support from friends or professionals can be beneficial. By understanding and addressing the specific type of stress we face, we can improve our overall quality of life and build resilience against future stressors. Remember, managing stress is an ongoing process, and it's important to find what works best for you. Section 5. Modern life and its discontents, sources of stress today. While stress is a natural part of the human experience, modern life seems to have amplified its presence in our lives. The fast-paced nature of contemporary living, coupled with the constant demands on our time and attention, has created an environment where stress can thrive. From the constant barrage of information to the pressures of work and social media, numerous factors contribute to stress in today's world. The digital age has brought with it an overwhelming influx of data, notifications, and updates that can make it difficult to disconnect and find peace. Work-related stress is a significant source of stress for many people. The modern workplace often demands high productivity, long hours, and the ability to juggle multiple tasks simultaneously, leaving little room for relaxation or personal time. Long hours, demanding deadlines, job insecurity, and difficult colleagues can all take a toll on our mental and physical health. The pressure to perform and meet expectations can lead to burnout, a state of chronic stress that can have serious health implications. Financial worries are another major stressor. In a world where the cost of living continues to rise, many people find themselves struggling to make ends meet, save for the future, or pay off debt. Concerns about money, debt, and financial instability can weigh heavily on our minds, leading to anxiety, sleeplessness, and relationship strain. The fear of not being able to provide for oneself or one's family can be a constant source of worry. Relationships, while a source of joy and support, can also be a significant source of stress. Interpersonal conflicts, misunderstandings, and unmet expectations can create tension and emotional distress. Conflicts with partners, family members, or friends can trigger our stress response and impact our overall well-being. The emotional toll of strained relationships can be profound, affecting our mental health and sense of security. Societal factors such as political instability, social unrest, and economic uncertainty can also contribute to feelings of stress and anxiety. The broader social environment in which we live can influence our personal sense of safety and stability. The constant news cycle and the pervasiveness of social media can exacerbate these feelings. Exposure to negative news, divisive opinions, and online conflicts can heighten our sense of unease and helplessness. Understanding the common sources of stress in modern life can help us identify areas where we might need to make changes, set boundaries, or seek support. By recognizing the factors that contribute to our stress, we can take proactive steps to manage it, whether through mindfulness practices, seeking professional help, or making lifestyle adjustments.